What's up, my good peoples? So, after talking to so many people, having conversations, I've come to the conclusion we all want the same thing. We just all differ on how to get there. I feel like to change things, we need to start at the bottom. Like, and I feel like most of y'all feel like if we're gonna change things, we start at the top. And it's kind of ironic because it's the same thing with our political views. Our political views are basically the same. I believe in starting locally and then working my way up. And a lot of y'all believe, and to just face it, that's what Democrats are. They believe that we're the saviors. We can do everything to save you guys from up here and work from the top down. And that's exactly how a lot of people feel about these problems that we're having. You want it to happen from the top down instead of starting from the bottom up. You don't build a house starting with the roof. You got to build a foundation. Okay? Black people, we don't have a foundation. Example, Jews, they have their own communities where they have their own stores, their own shops. They keep their money flowing and circulating through their community. Then they have a community that takes care of their own. If something happens to somebody in their community, they don't go out, protest, and march and scream about it. They put their money where their mouth is and they take it to courts and they get money. They win money in lawsuits and shit like that. They do things the way it's supposed to be done, which is why they're not looked at as a victim group when they deal with just as much hate, if not more hate, as black people do. Shit, look in New York right now. Their fucking mayor is super anti-Semite. But I digress. My point is, none of us want racism around. But you can't do anything about racism, okay? You can't force somebody not to like you because of the skin color you have. You can't force anybody to think the way you want them to think. You cannot force people to act the way you want them to act. You just can't. What we can do is control ourselves. What we can do is stop murdering each other and aborting babies. Now, before y'all say, here we go with the black on black shit, listen. The reason why is because there are way more of them than it is of us. I keep saying this. Why is it so hard to believe? I mean, to understand. There are way more than them than it is of us. Begging somebody to treat you better has not worked for us in the history of begging people to treat us better. But continually, we keep begging people to treat us better. And essentially, we're begging them to treat us better than we treat ourselves. Just as recently as a study in 2016, not even a study, these are just straight up facts. A little over 2,400 black people were killed in 2016. Over 2,200 of the perpetrators were black. That leaves 200 and some change, if I'm not mistaken. Go check out FBI stats or whatever. At least a little over 200 people that were black killed by others, police, white people, whatever. So you mean to tell me that out of 2,400 people getting killed, we're going to focus on the 200 that got killed by others and not the 2,200 that got killed by us? Where's the logic in that? That's 2,200 black men that could still be on the streets making more black men and more black women, making more black babies for us to raise our kids, to have more black police officers. That'll automatically start eliminating as much racism that's going on. There are 800,000 police officers out there. 72% of them are white. What if we had more black people to become police officers? What if we can turn that 800,000 and turn that 72% white into 50% white, 60% white, whatever? How about we get that number lower and turn that whatever that, I forgot what the exact number, don't quote me. It's about 13, 14% of the police force is black. What if we could up that to 30, 40%? Now we have more black officers out there taking place of these white officers. You'll have less racist encounters off top because you'll have less interracial encounters to go by. What about if we have more black people on this earth to become DAs, to look at cases with unbiased and be like, you know what, we're just gonna judge this case for case. We're not looking at skin color because we're black too. What if we have more black prosecutors to not over sentence black people? What if we have more judges to not over sentence black people? What if we had more black congressmen and fucking House members to vote in favor of black bills to help our community out? What if we had more black people to become president instead of just having one? We'll have our odds to go up because we have more black people out here to do these things. What if we have more black people in these positions that you're begging these white people to treat better? Just what if? That's my question. What if we stop killing each other and we make our odds better to get in these positions we're begging to treat us better, and we'll have somebody of our skin color in those positions? I'm just saying, bruh. And this putting all our trust in the Democratic Party has to stop, bruh. Stop putting your trust in these politicians, dog. And people always say, why you attack the Democrats? Why you attack the Democrats? Because 90% of black people vote for Democrats. That's why. Why I'm going to sit here and tell people who don't vote Republican to not vote Republican? Why I'm going to sit here and bash Republicans to a bunch of people that already feel badly about Republicans? All of y'all think Republicans are racist anyway. Why do I need to sit here and explain to y'all why you shouldn't vote for Republicans or why you shouldn't put your trust in Republicans and all this shit? There's no point in stabbing a dead horse, bruh. 90% of black people vote for Democrats. 90% of y'all on my fucking feed are talking about let's vote for Joe Biden. Let's vote for Joe Biden like he gonna fucking make some difference. That's the crazy part. Y'all think, oh, getting rid of Trump is gonna change things. Oh, we're gonna get rid of Trump, put Biden in here. And that's the thing I don't understand. Y'all keep blaming Trump for everything. Y'all keep blaming this nigga for problems that's been going on for decades, centuries. And y'all eyes, this been going on for 400 years. Y'all blaming the nigga that's been in office for less than 4. That's the part I don't get. Everything's his fault. He's the one bringing all this shit out. He's the one encouraging people to do this. But it's been going on for over 400 years. Last time I checked, Trump is what, 70, I don't know, 6 or some shit? Somewhere around there. I don't know, 70 something. Last time I checked, this nigga ain't 400 years old. So how's he bringing this out to woodwork? When it's been going, this is from you guys. Y'all been saying it. I've been reading y'all posts. I've been reading the media. Oh, this been happening to black people for over 400 years, but y'all blaming this nigga. Y'all blame the Republicans and y'all pump up the Democrats when neither one of them motherfuckers actually care. Neither one of them give a fuck about nobody but themselves and pumping out their propaganda to try to help stuff their pockets, try to help get themselves get votes. I don't know why y'all think that these Democrats care about you when all they want is your vote. Why do you think they want to get all these illegals in here to vote for them? Because once they get all these illegals in here, they're not going to give a fuck about you no more. They're not going to need you no more. Once they get all these illegal immigrants out here, because once they get them out here, the illegal immigrants will automatically be like, well, I'm voting for Democrats. They're the ones who got us out here. They're not going to need your vote no more. They're not going to pander y'all no more. They're going to pander to the illegals. Watch me. Watch. On Hood. Because the Democrats are bullying everything. The world is going to go in the direction the Democrats want. And watch in 20 years. Just watch. Shit take time. You can talk shit about me today and all that all you want. But shit take time. Watch in 20 years how the Democrats are not going to be pandering to you black folks no more. They're going to pander to the illegals. And instead of y'all understanding that, you're going to jump and start blaming somebody else. Look, bro. We're not the only group out here that's been oppressed and put through things. First of all, Africans sold us to Europeans in the Atlantic slave trade for us to even be slaves. So blaming the white man is just dumb. Because if the black man didn't sell it to the white man would have never had us to enslave us in the goddamn first place. What part of that don't y'all understand? We're the only oppressed group that's still out here yelling, screaming, complaining, bitching, because we put ourselves in a situation by decisions that we make. You think interactions with the police are on accident? You think the police, there are laws to prevent this shit. You think the police are out there just like, ooh, I want to fuck with black people today. No. Name one person, name one of these black motherfuckers that y'all be out here writing for that didn't commit a crime to have an interaction with the police. And tell me I'm crazy. I'm not saying that the police should have killed him. But what I am saying is if they didn't commit the crime, they wouldn't have had the interaction. They'll still be alive today if they was fucking following the law. And if we don't like the laws that we have, like I said, stop voting for these dumbass Democrats just because they Democrats, and start listening to the Democrats and the Republicans and what they got to say, and start writing and going up to your representatives, no matter what city you in, no matter what state you in. Why don't you start going talking to your local representatives and let them know, hey, we need this law off the books or we need this law on the books. You can make a difference, but y'all choose not to. You choose to go out there, scream and yell and beg for people to fucking treat you a certain way. Instead of doing things the way they're supposed to be done to actually make a fucking difference. Make these dumbasses that you vote do your bidding. Instead of just voting for them and leaving it alone. Ooh, it's a D next to their name, vote for them. You don't notice this shit? Detroit, Democratic ran. Minneapolis is the most liberal. I mean, it's the most liberal state out there. If I'm not mistaken, I just heard and read something about them being the only state that didn't vote for Reagan in the fucking 80s. That's how fucking liberal they are. All they do is vote Democrat. Look what happened there. Baltimore, Democratic ran. That's where that happened. Just look at where all these incidents are happening. And tell me who runs that place. Tell me what leadership is under. Please. Please tell me what leadership is under. Because police killing black people, 8 times out of 10 it's in a fucking Democratic ran district, city, state, place, whatever. We all want the same thing, but we gotta start from the ground up. We can't sit here and treat each other like fucking trash and then scream and yell at them to treat us differently. That's just dumb. If I go to your house and your house is dirty as fuck, ashes everywhere, bottles and trash everywhere, nigga, I'm gonna treat your shit like you treat it. If you tell me, hey nigga, throw that in the trash, I'm gonna look at you like you a goddamn idiot, nigga. The floor look like it is the trash. So we gotta stop killing each other and then going out there telling people, hey, stop killing us. Starts at the ground level, bro. It starts at the ground level. We all want the same thing. Stop attacking other black people for having a different road to the same destination that we all want. We all want to prosper. We all want our income to go up. We all want our numbers to go up. We all want our power to go up. We all want black pride. We all want black excellence. We all want black success. Stop fucking attacking other people that view the way to get there differently. We need to stop having kids out of wedlock. Keep it 100. I'm a victim of that, and I see that, and I low-key even see right now the difference in both my sons. The one that stays here in the 2-parent household, and the one that goes back and forth to his mama and to me. We need more 2-parent households. Look at history. The demise of 2-parent households started the demise of the black people when we was already going on the uprising. I'm telling you, bruh. I'm telling you. Stop letting these white liberals brainwash you. It starts at the ground up. We need to fix us, do our thing, uplift each other, put our dollars into each other, and fight for each other instead of doing all the same bullshit we've been doing. We've been rioting, we've been looting. Does nothing. Does nothing. Look at 28 years ago. Where did it get us? Nowhere. And the only reason why, and like I said, the only reason why it's countrywide is because everybody hates Trump. If there was a Democrat in office, it would have probably been a riot in Minneapolis and it would have stayed there. Just like it stayed in Baltimore when fucking Obama was president. Just like it stayed in Los Angeles when Bill Clinton was president. I'm just saying. Whenever there's a Democrat president, it's going to stay in that city. Now that fucking Trump is president, it went on because y'all hate him. Y'all want him to look bad, which I really don't give a fuck. But we need to smarten up. Yeah.